Hello, beautiful soul. Come, sit with me for a while. I can feel your heart calling out for something more, something that feels like home. You know that feeling, don't you? That gentle stirring inside that whispers there's a different way to live, a way where life flows with more ease, where the things you desire come to you naturally, almost effortlessly. You've been searching, trying so hard, pushing and striving, and yet sometimes it feels like you're swimming upstream against a current that never stops. I want you to know that your heart is not wrong. That longing you feel, that knowing that life can be different, it's absolutely real. You're not asking for too much. You're not being unrealistic. You're simply feeling the truth of who you are and what's possible for you. The universe has been waiting patiently for you to discover a gentler way, a way that honors both your desires and your tender heart. Today we're going to explore something beautifully simple. It's not complicated or overwhelming. It doesn't require you to completely change your life overnight or learn difficult techniques. Instead, it's about making one small, loving shift 4 times each day. Just 4 times. And when you do this with consistency and love, something magical begins to happen. The universe starts to respond in ways that will surprise and delight you. I know you might be thinking this sounds too simple to work. Perhaps you've tried so many things before, and you're feeling a little discouraged, maybe even skeptical. That's perfectly natural, darling. Your heart has been through a lot, and it's wise to be gentle with your hopes. But what if simplicity is exactly what your soul has been craving? What if all this time the answer wasn't in doing more, but in doing less? Doing it with more love, more consistency, more trust? You see, the universe doesn't respond to how hard we try or how much we struggle. It responds to our energy, our frequency, our inner state of being. When we're constantly pushing and forcing, we're actually telling the universe that we don't trust it to support us. We're saying, through our actions, that we believe we have to make everything happen by ourselves. But the truth is, we live in a responsive universe, one that's constantly conspiring to support us when we learn to work with it rather than against it. This simple shift we'll explore together isn't about adding more to your already full life. It's about transforming moments you're already living into powerful opportunities for alignment and connection with the flow of life. 4 times a day, you'll take just a few minutes to gently redirect your energy, to remind yourself of who you really are and what you're truly capable of receiving. The beauty of this practice is that it meets you wherever you are, whether you're a busy parent juggling countless responsibilities, someone dealing with health challenges, or anyone feeling overwhelmed by life's demands. This works because it's woven into the natural rhythm of your day. It doesn't require you to find extra time you don't have. Instead, it transforms time you already have into something sacred and powerful. As we journey through this together, I want you to be gentle with yourself. There's no perfect way to do this, no test to pass, no grade to earn. This is about love, love for yourself, love for your dreams, and love for the magnificent universe that's always ready to support you. Your willingness to be here, to open your heart to possibility, is already a beautiful step forward. Let's begin this gentle journey together, knowing that every small step you take with love creates ripples of positive change that extend far beyond what you can see. You're not just transforming your own life, you're contributing to the healing and awakening of our entire world. And that, dear one, is a gift worth celebrating. Now let's talk about something that might sound a bit mystical at first, but I promise you, it's as natural as breathing once you understand it. The universe operates on principles of energy and flow, much like a gentle river that's always moving toward the sea. When we understand how to work with this flow rather than against it, life becomes so much easier and more joyful. Think about a time when something wonderful happened in your life almost effortlessly. Maybe you met exactly the right person at just the right moment, or an opportunity appeared just when you needed it most. In those moments, you weren't forcing or struggling. You were simply in the right place, with the right energy, at the right time. That's the universe responding to your alignment, to your inner state of openness and receptivity. The universe doesn't operate on our human timeline or our logical linear thinking. It works in patterns, in rhythms, in perfect divine timing that often looks like coincidence, but is actually the natural result of energy aligning with energy. When we try to force outcomes or push for results on our schedule, we're working against this natural flow. It's like trying to make a flower bloom faster by pulling on its petals. We might get movement, but not the beautiful natural unfolding that was meant to happen. This is why so many of us have felt frustrated with traditional goal setting or manifestation techniques that focus on pushing harder, visualizing more intensely, or trying to control every detail of how our dreams should unfold. These approaches often create more stress and resistance than results, because they're based on the idea that we have to make everything happen through force and willpower alone. But there's another way, a way that honors both your desires and the universe's wisdom. This way is about becoming a cooperative partner with life, rather than trying to be the director of every scene. It's about shifting your inner state so consistently and lovingly that you become a natural magnet for the experiences and opportunities that align with your highest good. The energy you carry within you is constantly communicating with the world around you. Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are like radio signals broadcasting out into the universe. When those signals are mixed, when part of you wants something but another part believes it's impossible, the universe receives conflicting messages. It's like trying to tune into a radio station when there's static on the line. But when you learn to tune your inner frequency through simple, consistent practices, something beautiful happens. The static clears. Your signal becomes strong and clear. The universe can finally hear what you're really asking for, and it responds with matching experiences, people, and opportunities. This isn't about pretending everything is perfect when it isn't, or forcing yourself to think positive thoughts when you're genuinely struggling. That kind of spiritual bypassing actually creates more resistance. Instead, it's about gently and consistently returning to a state of openness, trust, and love throughout your day. It's about recognizing when you've slipped into fear, doubt, or resistance, and lovingly guiding yourself back to alignment. The universe is infinitely abundant and creative. There are more ways for your dreams to manifest than your logical mind could ever conceive. When you try to control exactly how things should happen, you're actually limiting the universe's ability to surprise and delight you with solutions that are even better than what you originally thought possible. This is why the practice we're exploring focuses on shifting your inner state rather than trying to manipulate outer circumstances. When your inner world is aligned with love, trust, and openness, your outer world naturally begins to reflect that alignment. It's not magic in the way we might think of magic. It's simply the natural law of correspondence at work, as within, so without. The 4 daily shifts we'll explore create a gentle rhythm that keeps you connected to this natural flow throughout your day. Like tuning a musical instrument, these moments of conscious alignment keep you in harmony with the universe's supportive energy. And just as a musician doesn't tune their instrument once and expect it to stay perfect forever, we lovingly return to our alignment again and again throughout the day. This brings us to something that might surprise you: why 4 times daily is so particularly powerful. You might wonder why not 3 times, or 5, or just once in the morning. The answer lies in understanding the natural rhythms that already exist in your body and in the world around you. Your body operates on natural cycles throughout the day. Your energy rises and falls, your attention shifts, your nervous system moves between states of activity and rest. These aren't random fluctuations, they're part of an ancient rhythm that connects you to the larger cycles of nature. When we work with these natural rhythms instead of against them, we can accomplish so much more with so much less effort. 4 times daily creates what I like to call energetic bookends for the natural phases of your day: morning, midday, evening, and bedtime. Each of these represents a different quality of energy and offers a unique opportunity for alignment and growth. By touching base with your highest self at these 4 key moments, you're creating a supportive structure that holds you throughout the entire day. Think of it like tending a garden. You wouldn't water your plants once and expect them to thrive for weeks. You also wouldn't hover over them constantly, watering them every few minutes. There's a natural rhythm to caring for growing things, and when you follow that rhythm, everything flourishes with much less effort than if you tried to force growth or neglected care entirely. The morning shift sets your energetic tone for the entire day ahead. Just as the first light of dawn influences how the whole day unfolds in nature, your morning practice influences how receptive and aligned you'll be to opportunities and positive experiences throughout your day. This isn't about having a perfect morning or spending hours in meditation. It's about taking just a few minutes to consciously connect with your highest intentions and open yourself to receiving support. The midday shift serves as a gentle course correction. Life has a way of pulling us into its drama, its urgency, its endless demands. By midday, even with the best intentions, we can find ourselves caught up in stress, worry, or old patterns of thinking. This middle-of-the-day check-in is like pressing a reset button. It doesn't erase whatever challenges you're facing, but it reconnects you with your center, with your deeper knowing, with the truth that you're supported even in difficult moments. The evening shift is about gratitude and release. This is when you acknowledge what went well during your day. Appreciate the ways the universe supported you, even in small ways you might have missed, and gently release anything that didn't serve your highest good. This practice helps you go to sleep feeling peaceful and complete rather than rehashing worries or regrets. The bedtime shift is perhaps the most magical of all. As you prepare for sleep, your conscious mind begins to quiet and your subconscious mind becomes more receptive. This is the perfect time to plant seeds of positive intention that can grow and develop while you rest. Your subconscious mind doesn't rest when your body does. It continues working, processing, and creating even while you sleep. The power of doing this 4 times daily isn't just in the individual moments themselves, but in the compound effect they create over time. Each shift builds upon the others, creating a momentum of positive energy that grows stronger with each day. It's like making small deposits in a savings account. Individually, they might seem insignificant, but over time, they create something substantial and valuable. This rhythm also creates what scientists call state-dependent learning. When you repeatedly return to a state of alignment and openness, you're actually training your nervous system to recognize and return to this state more easily. What starts as a conscious practice gradually becomes a natural way of being. You'll find yourself naturally returning to alignment, even when you're not formally practicing. But perhaps most importantly, this 4 times daily rhythm honors the truth that transformation happens gradually, lovingly, sustainably. It acknowledges that you're a human being living a human life with human challenges and human limitations. You don't need to be perfect or maintain constant enlightenment. You simply need to be willing to return, again and again to love. Let's begin with the most important shift of your day, your morning awakening. This isn't about waking up at a specific time or having a perfect morning routine. Whether you're someone who springs out of bed with energy or someone who needs time to gently ease into your day, this practice can be adapted to honor your natural rhythm and current life circumstances. Your morning shift begins the moment you become conscious, whether that's when your alarm goes off, when sunlight filters through your window, or when your child climbs into bed with you. In those first few moments of awareness, before your mind starts racing with all the things you need to do, there's a sacred window of opportunity. Your consciousness is soft, open, malleable. This is when you can set the energetic tone for everything that follows. Take 3 gentle breaths, just 3. With your first breath, allow yourself to arrive fully in your body. Feel your body against the bed. Notice the temperature of the air. Become present to this moment. With your second breath, let yourself feel grateful for this new day, this fresh start, this opportunity to experience life. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday or what challenges today might bring. Right now, in this moment, you're alive and you get to begin again. With your third breath, open your heart to receiving support, love, and guidance throughout your day. Now, still lying in bed or sitting quietly, place your hand on your heart and speak to yourself as you would speak to someone you love deeply. You might say something like, "Good morning, beautiful soul. I love you exactly as you are right now. Today, I'm open to experiencing joy, receiving support, and allowing good things to flow into my life easily and naturally." The exact words don't matter as much as the feeling behind them. The feeling of love, acceptance, and openness. This morning practice is about setting your frequency rather than setting rigid goals or expectations. When you tune into love and appreciation first thing in the morning, you're literally tuning your entire being to a frequency that attracts more experiences that match that vibration. You're not trying to force anything to happen or control how your day unfolds. You're simply choosing to begin from a place of love rather than anxiety, openness rather than defense, trust rather than fear. Some mornings this will feel easy and natural. Other mornings, especially when you're going through difficult times, it might feel challenging to find anything to appreciate or feel hopeful about. That's perfectly normal and perfectly okay. On those harder mornings, be even more gentle with yourself. Your morning shift might simply be, "This feels hard right now, and that's okay. I don't need to feel perfect to be loved. I'm willing to let this day surprise me in some small, sweet way." After your few minutes of conscious awakening, as you get ready for your day, let yourself move with intention rather than rushing. Whether you're brushing your teeth, taking a shower, or getting dressed, stay connected to that feeling of openness you cultivated. This isn't about being slow or taking extra time you don't have. It's about being present to what you're already doing, bringing consciousness to ordinary moments. As you prepare to leave your home or begin your work, take one more moment to set a gentle intention, not a goal that creates pressure, but an intention that creates space. Something like, "I'm open to unexpected blessings today. I trust that I'll be guided to say and do what serves my highest good. I allow myself to be surprised by how supported I am." Then step into your day carrying this energy of openness and trust with you. The beautiful thing about starting your day this way is that it creates what I call energetic momentum. When you begin from a place of love and openness, you're more likely to notice the ways the universe supports you throughout your day. You become more attuned to opportunities, more aware of synchronicities, more open to receiving help when it's offered. It's not that good things weren't happening before. It's that you're now tuned in to receive them. As your day unfolds and you interact with the world around you, you'll inevitably encounter situations that challenge your morning alignment. Someone might be rude to you in traffic. You might receive difficult news, or old patterns of worry and stress might resurface. This is completely natural. You're human, living in a complex world with other humans who are all doing their best with their own challenges and limitations. This is exactly why the midday reset is so powerful and necessary. Around the middle of your day, whether that's noon, 2 p.m., or whatever constitutes the middle of your particular schedule, you're going to take a few minutes to lovingly return to your center. This isn't about judging yourself for losing your alignment or trying to force yourself to feel better. It's about recognizing where you are and gently guiding yourself back to a state that serves you better. Find a quiet moment, even if it's just stepping into a bathroom, sitting in your car, or taking a short walk. Close your eyes if you can, or simply soften your gaze if you're in a public place. Take 3 deep breaths, just like you did in the morning, but this time with a different intention. With your first breath, acknowledge whatever you're feeling without trying to change it. If you're stressed, tired, frustrated, or overwhelmed, let that be okay. Say to yourself, "This is what I'm experiencing right now, and it's okay to feel this way." With your second breath, remind yourself that this feeling is temporary and doesn't define you. You might think, "I am so much more than this temporary experience. I have the power to choose my response." With your third breath, open yourself to receiving support and guidance. I'm open to seeing this situation differently. I trust that there's a way through this that serves everyone involved. Now, place your hand on your heart again and offer yourself the same compassion you would offer a dear friend going through a difficult time. You might say, "Sweetheart, life is challenging sometimes, and you're doing the best you can. I believe in your ability to navigate this with grace. I'm here for you, supporting you, loving you through whatever comes." This midday practice isn't about pretending everything is perfect or forcing yourself into artificial positivity. It's about reconnecting with your innate wisdom and strength. It's about remembering that you have choices in how you respond to life's challenges and that you're supported even when you can't see evidence of that support. Sometimes during your midday reset, you'll receive actual guidance or inspiration about how to handle a particular situation. Other times, you'll simply feel a sense of peace or renewed energy. And sometimes you might not feel any dramatic shift at all, but trust that the act of pausing and connecting with love is creating positive changes on levels you can't yet perceive. After your few minutes of conscious realignment, return to your day with the intention to stay as present as possible. When you notice yourself getting pulled back into stress or old patterns, gently remind yourself, "I have a choice here. I can respond from love or from fear. I choose love." This doesn't mean you become passive or avoid necessary action. It means you take action from a place of centered strength rather than reactive anxiety. The midday reset also helps you stay attuned to the ways the universe has been supporting you throughout your morning. Maybe a traffic jam prevented you from arriving somewhere just as an accident occurred. Maybe a colleague offered exactly the help you needed without being asked. Maybe you found exactly the right parking space or stumbled upon information that was helpful. These aren't coincidences. They're the universe responding to your morning intention of openness and trust. By evening, you've moved through an entire day of experiences, interactions, challenges, and hopefully some moments of joy and ease. Your evening practice is about acknowledging this journey with gratitude and releasing anything that doesn't serve your highest good as you prepare for rest. This evening reflection isn't about reviewing your day to judge whether you did things right or wrong. It's about appreciating what went well, extracting wisdom from what was challenging, and going to sleep feeling complete and peaceful rather than rehashing regrets or worries. Find a comfortable place to sit quietly, whether that's on your bed, in a favorite chair, or even in your bathtub. Take 3 deep breaths to center yourself, feeling your body relax with each exhale. Now, gently reflect on your day with the same loving attention you would give to a story someone you care about was sharing with you. Begin by appreciating at least 3 things that went well today, no matter how small they might seem. Maybe you had a delicious cup of coffee, shared a laugh with a friend, or simply made it through a challenging situation with more grace than you expected. Maybe someone smiled at you, you found something you were looking for, or you remembered to pause and take a conscious breath during a stressful moment. Let yourself really feel grateful for these experiences, no matter how ordinary they might seem. Next, acknowledge any ways you notice the universe supporting you today. This might include helpful coincidences, unexpected solutions, people who appeared just when you needed them, or internal guidance that led you in a positive direction. The more you practice recognizing this support, the more you'll notice it happening in your life. If there were difficult or disappointing moments in your day, bring those to mind with compassion rather than judgment. What can you learn from these experiences? How might they be redirecting you towards something better? Is there anyone you need to forgive, including yourself? This isn't about making excuses for behavior that needs to change, but about releasing the emotional charge around these experiences so they don't continue to drain your energy. For anything you're still carrying that feels heavy or incomplete, consciously choose to release it now. You might say, I release any worry, regret, or negative energy from today. I forgive myself and others for any mistakes or misunderstandings. I trust that everything is working out for my highest good, even when I can't see how. Feel these words not just as thoughts, but as an actual letting go, like setting down a heavy bag you've been carrying. End your evening reflection by setting a gentle intention for your sleep and for tomorrow. This isn't about planning every detail or creating pressure, but about opening yourself to receiving support, guidance, and healing while you rest. You might say, tonight, as I sleep, I allow my body to heal and my mind to process everything I've experienced today in a way that serves my highest good. Tomorrow, I'm open to new opportunities for joy, growth, and service. I trust that I'll wake up refreshed and ready to meet whatever comes with love. This evening practice helps you go to sleep feeling grateful and complete rather than worried and fragmented. It also trains your mind to look for evidence of support and positive experiences, which gradually shifts your overall perspective on life from one of struggle to one of cooperation with benevolent forces. As you prepare for sleep, you're entering one of the most powerful times for transformation and manifestation. Your conscious mind, which has been busy all day analyzing, planning, and problem-solving, begins to quiet down. Your subconscious mind, which is like a vast library of memories, beliefs, and creative potential, becomes more receptive to new information and positive suggestions. This is the time to plant seeds of intention that can grow and develop while your body rests. Your subconscious mind doesn't sleep when you do. It continues working throughout the night, processing the day's experiences, integrating new learning, and even solving problems. When you give your subconscious mind positive, loving instructions before sleep, you're utilizing this natural process to support your healing and growth. Begin your bedtime practice by creating a peaceful environment that signals to your entire being that it's time to rest and restore. This might mean dimming the lights, putting away electronic devices, or simply changing into comfortable clothes. As you prepare for bed, Move slowly and mindfully, treating these ordinary activities as part of your sacred bedtime ritual. Once you're lying in bed, take several deep, slow breaths, feeling your body sink into the comfort of your mattress. With each breath, let yourself release the day completely. You've done your best with the circumstances you faced. You've grown and learned and contributed to the world in your own unique way. Now it's time to rest and let the universe work on your behalf while you sleep. Place your hands on your heart and speak directly to your subconscious mind as if you were talking to a beloved friend who is always listening and always ready to help. You might say something like, "Tonight, while I sleep peacefully, I allow my subconscious mind to heal any old wounds that are ready to be healed. I release any beliefs that no longer serve me and open myself to receiving new insights and inspiration. While I rest, the universe is arranging people, circumstances, and opportunities to support my highest good." The key to effective bedtime programming is to speak in present tense, as if what you desire is already happening or already true. Your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what's happening in your imagination and what's happening in your external reality. When you consistently feed it positive, loving thoughts before sleep, it begins to accept these thoughts as truth and works to create experiences that match them. You might continue with specific intentions that feel authentic to your current desires and circumstances. I am deeply loved and supported by the universe. I attract loving, supportive people into my life easily and naturally. My body knows how to heal itself, and I sleep peacefully, waking up refreshed and energized. Creative solutions to any challenges I'm facing are coming to me effortlessly. I am worthy of all the good that life has to offer. Don't worry about saying the right words or following a specific formula. What matters most is that you speak from your heart with genuine love and appreciation for yourself and your life. Your subconscious mind responds to the feeling and intention behind your words more than to the exact words themselves. As you settle into sleep, let yourself feel surrounded by love and protection. You might imagine yourself wrapped in golden light, held in the loving arms of the universe, or simply feel a deep sense of safety and peace. Trust that while you sleep, healing is happening on every level: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Trust that solutions to any problems you're facing are being worked out in ways that serve everyone involved. Some nights, you might fall asleep before finishing your bedtime practice, and that's perfectly fine. Your intention to connect with love and healing is enough. Other nights, you might find your mind particularly active or worried about something. On those nights, be extra gentle with yourself. Instead of fighting the worried thoughts, acknowledge them lovingly. I see that my mind is concerned about this situation, and that's natural. I'm doing everything I reasonably can, and now I'm choosing to trust that the universe is supporting me in ways I can't yet see. When you consistently practice this bedtime programming, you'll begin to notice that you sleep more peacefully and wake up with more clarity and energy. You might also find that solutions to problems come to you more easily, either in dreams or as sudden insights during your waking hours. This isn't coincidence. It's your subconscious mind doing exactly what you've asked it to do. Even though this practice of 4 daily shifts is simple and gentle, you might encounter some resistance along the way. This is completely normal and actually a sign that you're creating positive change. Old patterns, beliefs, and habits don't usually transform without some pushback from the parts of you that are comfortable with the familiar, even when the familiar isn't serving you well. One of the most common blocks people experience is doubt. Doubt that something so simple could really work. Doubt that they deserve good things. Doubt that the universe is truly supportive. When doubt arises, don't try to fight it or pretend it isn't there. Instead, acknowledge it gently. I notice doubt coming up, and that's okay. It's natural for my mind to question new ways of thinking and being. I don't need to have perfect faith. I just need to be willing to try. Sometimes doubt is actually your inner wisdom asking you to approach things in a way that feels more authentic to you. If the specific words or practices I've suggested don't resonate with you, feel free to adapt them. The important thing is that you're consistently returning to love, appreciation, and openness throughout your day. The exact form this takes can and should be uniquely yours. Another common challenge is impatience. We live in a culture that values quick results and instant gratification, so it's natural to want immediate evidence that your practice is working. But transformation happens in its own time, often in ways that are subtle at first. The person who has been practicing self-love for months might not notice their own increased confidence, but others around them see it clearly. When impatience arises, remind yourself that every moment you spend in love and appreciation is valuable in itself, regardless of what it produces. You're not doing this practice to get something from the universe. You're doing it because it feels good to live from love rather than fear, to feel connected rather than alone, to trust rather than worry. You might also encounter what seems like evidence that your practice isn't working. Old situations might get worse before they get better. Difficult emotions might surface for healing. People or circumstances that no longer match your new energy might leave your life. These can actually be signs that your practice is working, that old patterns are being cleared to make space for something better. During these challenging periods, be extra gentle with yourself and extra consistent with your practice. This is when your 4 daily shifts become even more important. They provide stability and comfort during times of change and uncertainty. They remind you that even when your external circumstances feel chaotic, you always have access to peace and love within yourself. Some days, you might forget to do 1 or more of your daily shifts. When this happens, resist the urge to judge yourself or give up entirely. Simply return to your practice the next time you remember, with the same love and gentleness you would show to a child who is learning something new. Consistency is more important than perfection, and self-compassion is more important than either. If you find yourself consistently forgetting or avoiding your practice, gently explore what might be underneath this resistance. Are you afraid of change? Do you believe you don't deserve good things? Are you worried about what others might think if you become happier and more confident? These are all normal fears that many people experience when they begin to prioritize their own well-being and growth. The beauty of this practice is that it doesn't require you to have figured everything out or overcome all your fears before you begin. You can start exactly where you are, with whatever level of belief or doubt you currently have. Your willingness to try is enough. Your willingness to be gentle with yourself is enough. Your willingness to return to love, even imperfectly, is enough. Now let's talk about how to weave this practice into your real, busy, imperfect life. You might be wondering how to maintain these 4 daily shifts when you're dealing with sick children, demanding work schedules, financial stress, or health challenges. The truth is, this practice is designed specifically for real life, not for perfect circumstances or unlimited free time. Your morning shift might happen while you're still in bed, before anyone else in your house is awake, or it might happen while you're commuting to work, taking a shower, or having your first cup of coffee. The location and timing don't matter as much as your intention to begin your day consciously and lovingly. If you're a parent, you might include your children in your practice in age-appropriate ways. Your morning shift could involve sending love to your family as they sleep, or it might happen during the few minutes you have while your coffee brews and the household is still quiet. Your midday reset might occur while your children are napping, during your lunch break, or even in the bathroom if that's the only place you can find a few moments of privacy. For those with demanding jobs, your midday shift might happen during a brief walk outside while eating lunch or during a short break between meetings. It doesn't need to take more than 5 minutes, and it can be adapted to almost any environment. The key is to find moments throughout your day when you can pause, breathe, and reconnect with love and appreciation. Your evening practice might happen while you're putting children to bed, during a warm bath, or simply while sitting quietly for a few minutes before sleep. If you're caring for aging parents, dealing with illness, or facing other significant challenges, your practice might be even simpler. Your 4 daily shifts might simply be 4 moments of saying "I love you" to yourself, or 4 moments of taking 3 conscious breaths. The practice grows with you and adapts to your changing circumstances. During easier periods of your life, you might spend longer with each shift and explore deeper levels of intention and visualization. During more challenging times, you might simplify your practice to its essential elements while maintaining the rhythm of returning to love 4 times each day. If you travel frequently, your practice can travel with you. Hotel rooms, airports, and even airplanes can become sacred spaces for your daily shifts. If you work different schedules or shift work, you can adapt the timing while maintaining the essence of beginning consciously, resetting during your middle hours, reflecting in your evening, and programming your subconscious before sleep. The most important thing is to be flexible and compassionate with yourself as you integrate this practice into your unique life circumstances. There will be days when your practice feels effortless and days when it feels like a struggle. Both are perfectly normal. What matters is your willingness to keep returning, keep loving yourself, keep opening to the support that's always available to you. Remember that you're not doing this practice in isolation. Every time you choose love over fear, appreciation over complaint, trust over worry, you're contributing to the healing and awakening of our entire world. Your personal transformation ripples out in ways you may never fully know, touching and inspiring others to remember their own capacity for love and joy. As you continue with this practice, pay attention to the subtle changes that begin to occur. You might notice that you worry less and trust more. You might find that solutions to problems come more easily, or that you attract more supportive people into your life. You might discover that your health improves, your relationships become more harmonious, or opportunities begin appearing that align with your deepest desires. These changes might happen gradually, so gently that you hardly notice them at first. Or they might happen in sudden, surprising ways that take your breath away. Both are evidence that your practice is working, that you're remembering how to live in partnership with the loving intelligence that creates and sustains all life. Sweet soul, you've been given such a precious gift, the gift of being alive in a universe that loves you unconditionally and supports you in ways that are beyond your current understanding. You're not here by accident. You're not too much or too little. You're not broken or behind or doing anything wrong. You're a magnificent expression of life itself, temporarily wearing human form and learning to remember your true nature through the experiences of joy and challenge, love and loss, hope and healing. This simple practice of shifting into love 4 times each day is really about remembering who you are and why you're here. You're here to love and be loved. You're here to express your unique gifts and to support others in expressing theirs. You're here to transform fear into love, separation into connection, and suffering into wisdom. Every time you place your hand on your heart and speak to yourself with kindness, you're healing not just your own wounds, but the wounds of every person who has ever felt unworthy of love. Every time you choose to trust instead of worry, you're contributing to a world where trust is the foundation of all relationships. Every time you allow yourself to receive support from the universe, you're modeling for others that it's safe to be vulnerable and open. You don't need to wait until you feel ready or worthy or healed enough to begin living from love. You can start right now, exactly as you are, with whatever fears and doubts and imperfections you currently carry. Love doesn't require you to be perfect. It requires you to be willing. Take this practice gently into your life, knowing that you're supported every step of the way. Trust that the universe is conspiring to help you succeed, not because you've earned it through struggle or sacrifice, but because success and joy and love are your birthright. Trust that every small step you take toward living more consciously and lovingly creates positive changes that extend far beyond what you can see. And remember, dear one, that you're never alone in this journey. Every time you pause to connect with love, you're joining with countless others around the world who are also choosing healing over harm, hope over despair, love over fear. Together, we're creating a world where everyone remembers their inherent worth and their infinite capacity for joy. Start tomorrow morning or even tonight before you sleep. Place your hand on your heart, take 3 gentle breaths, and speak to yourself as you would speak to someone you love completely. Let this be your beginning, your return to the truth of who you are and the love that you deserve. The universe is waiting for you with open arms, ready to support you in creating a life that reflects your deepest joy and highest purpose. All you need to do is say yes.